Hello and welcome to episode 10 of our Fast Fact series. We're taking on a tougher subject today, one that affects well over 550,000 people: houselessness and the right to survive. Let's start with some facts. Anyone is at risk. While hundreds of thousands struggle with houselessness, millions more are living paycheck to paycheck and at risk of becoming homeless. One unexpected event, like a car breaking down, can put them on the street. During this COVID crisis, we see these risks front and center. Families with children comprise one of the fastest growing segments of the houseless population today. And while some data shows houselessness has decreased by 12% since 2017, the current COVID crisis has the potential to diminish or completely wipe out these modest gains. With families living paycheck to paycheck, more are at risk as unemployment rises and minimum wages continue to lag behind the cost of living. So what is being done to protect those who are vulnerable? Well, it's kind of a loaded question. We see anti-houseless legislation from two angles. One aims to humanize, help, and rehouse, offering programs, assistance, and education. The other works to dehumanize and criminalize. Laws that intend to criminalize often include selective enforcement, forcibly removing people from certain areas, restricting access to public areas, and removing access to facilities that may open up avenues to assistance. Let's take a look into Denver's right to survive. In 2012, the Denver City Council passed a law called the Unauthorized Camping Ban, which makes it illegal to use any form of protection from the elements other than your clothing. The law targets Denver's houseless, but fails to take into account that there are not enough shelter beds for everyone in need. As a result, a law that nominally promotes safety and public health has led to houseless Denverites being displaced, exposed to the elements, and even dead. At $2.4 million, developers and big business outspent proponents of the right to survive 24-1 to attack the first ballot initiative in the nation attempting to recognize never-before-established human and civil rights for the houseless. The city auditor warned that the unauthorized camping ban may be worsening the city's homeless situation and driving the city towards massive amounts of debt. Denver, like many cities, uses criminalization efforts to mask the failure to address the root causes, leading so many people to end up on the street. We see unaffordable housing, police harassment, city curfews, and corporations and private interests moving in and making the decisions. As we talked about in our episode on eminent domain, experience tells us that there's not much point in begging state legislators, members of Congress, regulatory agencies, or the courts to delegate authority to the people. We see their existing policy directing law enforcement to force homeless residents resting in public places to just move along. That's right, folks. Police can legally tell citizens to get out of public areas if they appear not to have financial resources. Yep. Only those with bank accounts and permanent addresses have rights. Denver's Right to Survive initiative challenged court-manufactured legal doctrines. And initiatives and actions like these are what we need to correct the decisions of those who demand we remain silent while we fight alongside the most marginalized for systemic change in the law. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like more information on the right to survive, head over to celdef.org. A special thanks to Denver Homeless Out Loud. If you'd like to know what they're up to, head over to denverhomelessoutloud.org. Thanks for tuning in, and remember, don't take legal advice from a YouTube video.